This week on the Xander Effect, up-and-coming singer and vocalist Jessie Berg pays us a visit and talks about her song and music video Monster, her longtime friendship with actress Ariel Winter, and projects coming in the very near future.
Whatever they may be, like, you should always just kind of do your own thing.
And we will be featuring her music video and song Monster on the show. All this and the latest in this week's entertainment, sports, and video game news starts right now. Hi everyone, welcome to the Xander Effect. I'm your host, Xander Dames. The Lion King continues to reign supreme in the box office, as for its second week in a row, it is the number one film in America, pretty much. And so far, it's grossed in $75 million in North America, with its domestic total coming to a total of $350 million, which makes it the fourth highest, grossed film this year so far. So, The Lion King's, a classic, a Disney classic. It had the animated version. We've all known about the Broadway version. Now it comes to life, and now it's the live action version has become just as much a success as its previous versions of the movie. So, Disney's doing a great job with these live action movies. Aladdin was another one that many people had mixed emotions about, but it did well, and so is The Lion King. So we'll see what other animated movies that Disney brings out. The Mermaid's supposed to be coming out later on, we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens with these live action movies. Another movie that came out this past weekend was Once Upon a Time in Hollywood, Quentin Tarantino's new movie. And it got an 85% on the tomato meter on Rotten Tomatoes. So far, it's come in at $40.4 million in ticket sales in the U.S. and Canada since Thursday night. So it came in at a second from The Lion King, and it's been coming in with a lot of mixed reviews. Some reviews are saying that it's a great movie. Some reviews are saying that it's not Tarantino's best work. All of them, apparently, the one thing they have in common is that they're saying that it's still a classic Tarantino, bloody, with a lot of mixed in comedic factors to it. So it's been hailed with a lot of mixed reviews. I still haven't seen it. I actually have to. I'm gonna go watch it this week, so I'll have my own personal review on the movie next Sunday when I do the Xander Effect again, and we'll see what happens. Because to be honest with you, this movie I've been actually looking forward to seeing this movie myself. It looks fantastic. I mean, it's got a great cast. It has Brad Pitt, Leonardo DiCaprio, Margot Robbie. So Leo DiCaprio and Margot Robbie have a great chemistry together. Wolf of Wall Street was a wonderful movie. I'm looking forward to seeing what kind of chemistry they have with this one. Brad Pitt, another great actor as well. I'm looking forward to seeing what happens, to see exactly if these critics are correct, if these, because everybody's a critic in this industry. So, I've always been fascinated with old Hollywood. This is talking about the Manson murders and everything that happened, about two gentlemen that played stunt doubles, and they lived next door or down the street, something like that, to where the Manson murders happened. And it pretty much follows them in their lives, leading up to the massacre. So I'm looking forward to seeing it. I'm looking forward to seeing how the movie plays out. In other entertainment news, I got the opportunity this week to interview an up-and-coming singer, vocalist by the name of Jessie Berg. She talks about, her life growing up, her friendships with Ariel Winters. She talks about her music, and she talks about everything that's going on in her life. Plus, she just released a new music video called Monster. So, we'll be looking forward to seeing much more coming out of this young artist. And I got to say, I enjoyed doing the interview, so check it out. So I'm here with Jessie Berg, an up-and-coming pop star, singer, vocalist. How you doing, Jessie?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, it's another hot, beautiful day in Burbank, California. So I'm just kind of like, I'm melting over here. How's it going out there where you're at?
I'm in Encino, so I'm pretty much melting as well.
Ah, nice. Well, yeah. Glad. Then we'll go ahead and melt together here. So you're starting your music career, and you're being represented by the famous Kent Jacobs.
Yeah. So yeah, that's amazing. I absolutely love him. But yeah, I just dropped my first single about 3 weeks ago now.
Wow.
Yeah, very exciting.
Wow. So how did you and Kent link up exactly?
So when I graduated high school, I was working at my cousin's studio that she has. Mm-hmm. And I would just kind of hang out there and work with the engineers and producers that she had around in the studio. And I met Kent there through a family friend. And she knew I was doing music there, and she was like, oh, maybe he would like your music, let me send it to him. So she sent it to him. I was like, all right, cool. And yeah, ever since then, it's kind of just snowballed into this whole thing that it is now.
Wow. And he's represented big names too. He's represented REM, Prince, the Police, to name just a few.
I know. It's kind of crazy. Those are all incredible artists, and just ones that I look up to.
So definitely for him to take you on, that definitely means something, that he sees something in you.
Yeah, no, I feel very lucky and just grateful for the entire experience. I can't complain. I was, at the time, I wasn't even looking for a manager or anything, or just I didn't really know what I was doing. I just knew that I was making music because I love music. That's what I wanted to do, but I had no clue.
So all your life, basically since you were just a kid, since you were a baby, pretty much, you've been wanting to be in music, correct?
Yeah. Yeah, so, we do school plays and stuff like that, and I was in the choir, and I did voice lessons when I was younger, and just, I don't know, just came up with anything music related that always caught my interest, and I was just finding new artists all the time that I like.
Did your family knew from the very get-go? They said, you know what, this kid's going to be big someday. Let's go ahead and put her in choir. Let's put her in voice lessons and do all that stuff.
It was mostly me. I was pretty shy when I was little, and no one really knew I could sing aside from my family and close friends. So I remember there was one talent show I did, and afterwards everyone was just what just happened? We didn't even know this whole thing. How did this even become a thing? So then but it was really my grandma. I remember my mom told me that she was the one that kind of pushed me to do voice lessons when I was younger, and she saw that I would always be singing, and she was like, why don't you just put her in voice lessons, just see how it goes.
Wow. So pretty much, since you were a kid, you've always been involved in the entertainment, in the genre and singing and everything since you were a kid, pretty much. I see that, you just like you mentioned, you just did your music video Monster. You just released that one about 2 or 3 weeks ago. How was doing Monster for you anyway? I saw the video. It was very artsy, it almost seemed like, the shyness that you have was breaking out. It's finally, you know, like kind of saying, you know what, it's breaking out. I'm me. This is who I am. And, you know, especially with the bat, when you're like destroying portraits and you're destroying the TV and everything, it's almost like you're trying to break out of that little, you know, space that you had. Tell me more about that.
Yeah. So that was the first video I ever shot. So I was like, I had no clue. I was like, all right, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do what I think you do in music videos. But it was amazing. Like, everyone was so cool. And you're right. The video was definitely representative of me, kind of like breaking out, doing my own thing. The song itself is like that as well. I mentioned like not following what other people tell you, and like I mentioned references from my parents in the song, and just all these different influences, and whoever they may be or whatever they may be, like, you should always just kind of do your own thing. And at the end, I'm kind of out of the house that I was in the video, and I'm by the orange tree, and just, like, I guess broken free from that.
And eating a piece of cake. I saw that.
Yeah, I was like, I asked for a cake, and the cake turned out to be amazing. I ate so much of the cake afterwards. It was an incredible cake.
That's awesome. Well, that's cool that you know, I always love talking to artists that, you know, tend to, you know, let me know a little bit more about themselves, about, you know, their emotional state when they write these lyrics. And it seems that your emotional state was that of somebody that's trying to go ahead and let the world know that, hey, this is who I am. I'm not trying to be anybody else. I'm trying to be me. I'm trying to show the world that I am me, and I'm not some cookie cutter here.
Yeah, no, I'm definitely a huge believer in that, and just following what you want to do and not falling into the patterns of other people and being yourself. I mean, it took me a while to realize that and actually become that person. And obviously I'm still working on that. I'm not perfect, but like, I just think it's so important. And it's like, it's important to do things for yourself because you want to be happy at the end of the day. So in order to do that, just follow what you want to do.
Nice. Well, it also seems that, I mean, is music always been in your blood? Is your family involved in any type of entertainment field or anything like that, like music or movies or anything like that, that you have this, you know, God-given talent?
Well, my brother and sister are very into sports. My sister plays softball. My brother plays baseball. My mom played sports. My dad played sports. So I'm like, in my immediate family, I'm kind of the only one. But I know one of my cousins sings, and then one of my aunts sings, and it definitely was weird well, not weird, just like random, because all these people playing sports, like I have so many cousins who play sports, just everyone's involved in something like that. And then there's me, sings, and is a little more chill and not like.
So technically you're like the black sheep of the family in a sense.
I guess so.
The black sheep, but in a good way, not in a bad way.
Yeah, it's cool. It's different. It like sets everyone apart.
Well, that's cool. And speaking of sports, I also read that your mom made you play soccer, and at first you were a little, you know, combative about it, but then you liked it afterward.
No, I have a vivid memory of me crying because they wanted to bring me to the, there was like this little league at this park by my house, and they wanted to sign me up, and I was like, there's no way, I can't do this. This is horrible. And I ended up playing soccer for like 10 years, but it was fun. I really liked it, but then I was like, no, I'm done.
Nice. So do you follow any of the professional leagues or anything like that? I mean, what do you like? Do you have a favorite team for soccer?
Not for soccer, honestly. I grew up watching a lot of basketball, so like Clippers and Lakers, and like I would always be watching that with my family.
Nice. Yeah. So, okay, well, that's cool. I mean, it's cool that you like to like expand your horizons as far as sports is concerned. But the question is, do you like to expand your horizons as far as the entertainment field is concerned? So you already have, you know, you're focusing on your music and everything. is there more that you want to do besides music? I mean, as far as acting, because I know that you're friends with Ariel Winters, and I know you're friends with her and everything. You know, you have friends in the entertainment industry. I mean, is there any possibilities that you're looking to maybe go into movies and television in the near future?
I mean, for now, it's definitely music. Like, this is my number one passion. Acting's cool. I actually took acting classes when I was younger, and that was fun. But I think it depends. Like, right now, it's 100% music. But that'll be fun in the future. Why not? I'm definitely not closed off to any of that.
So, you know, and going back to talking about your friendship with Ariel Winters, how is that been so far? I mean, seeing as, you know, you're an up and coming artist, she's an established actress. I mean, how difficult has it been to, you know, lead a normal life with that, you know, with that type of friendship?
It's super normal, honestly. Like, we've known each other since freshman year of high school, and we're basically sisters at this point. Like, we've just been through so much in different periods of each other's lives, and she's incredible. One of the most incredible people I know.
Well, that's awesome. I mean, I'm glad that you know, that fame and fortune doesn't really change anybody in this industry, you know?
Yeah.
Because that usually does happen in this industry, unfortunately.
It does. No, it's true. It really does. But, like, she's amazing. Like, I don't know how she balances everything. It's hard.
Well, that's cool. And now going back to your current career. So you shot Monster. Monster is in the bag. It's ready to go. I read that you have a couple more songs coming out this summer.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So I have 2 more singles. The second one in August, following, or with the video coming out after the single. Mm-hmm. And then another one a little bit after that. There's definitely 2 more. Yeah.
Will you be doing music videos for these singles?
Yeah.
Awesome. And of course, you also talked about that you have a couple of other projects that you were a little vague on. I mean, is there any way we could, you know, kind of like, you know, find out a little bit more about those secret projects you have going on, or is it, you know, completely hush hush?
As far as music, I know there's some cool features that are in the works that I'm super excited about, that I don't know if I can mention, but, like, I'm very, very excited. But yeah, just a ton of music stuff that is, like, just really cool. And yeah, but that's later after the singles. So
Gotcha. And what about any artists that you're going to be working with? Anybody, you know, big that you're going to be working with anytime soon? Or is there anybody that you would like to do a collab with very soon?
Oh my God, there's so, like, I love working with people, so I'm down to work with anyone. I just think it's cool to collaborate on different stuff. But probably I would love to work with someone like J. Cole or SZA, or I love Tyler, the Creator. Who else?
Just too many to name.
Yeah, no,
way too many to name.
I'm not picky. Like, I listen to so many different types of music, so I'm down to work with anyone.
So is pop your number one type of music, or do you like other genres? I mean, you say that you actually said that you do listen to different types of music. What other types of music are you into?
I listen to R&B. I listen to some alternative. I listen to rap. I listen to everything. Like,
so we're gonna be like, are we like one of the albums that you're gonna release is gonna have all that different type, you know, coming out of you, you know, R&B, rap, alternative, everything.
That would be so cool. No, that's so
the idea.
down to, like, make just, like, a ton of, like, cool music. I don't think I mean, obviously there is a genre that each artist falls under, but I think it's cool to experiment and, like, grab different sounds and different genres of music that you enjoy, and just kind of mix it together and see what happens. And if it's bad, it's bad, whatever. At least we tried it.
Wow. So in you seem like you're incredibly busy. You have a lot of stuff going on. What about personal life? I mean, are you able to, like, are you able to enjoy things? Are you able to go out with friends? Are you able to date? I mean, what's going on with that?
Yeah. Recently I've been pretty busy because I've been rehearsing. I have a show on the 6th that I'm opening up for Alt Bloom.
Oh, wow.
And yeah, so I've been rehearsing for that. So I've been busy with that. But I guess it just depends on how you look at it. Like, I enjoy all of this, and I enjoy working on my music and this whole process. So it's not like I guess it's balancing it, but it's also fun. Like, I would be wanting to do this if I weren't. Like, and then I also invite my friends to, like, rehearsals and stuff because I want to hang out with them too. And it's just a fun experience to, like, involve everyone in.
Well, that's really cool. I'm glad that you're at least, you're not, we don't want to see you have a nervous breakdown at the young age of 21 or anything. We don't want to see that.
So far, so good.
Okay, well, that's a good thing. That's a good thing, because everybody always says, take some time for yourself, breathe, do it in a very nice way, but, still have some time for yourself. That's always important for anybody. Well, that's cool. Jessie, thank you so much for stopping in and talking with me on the Xander Effect. I appreciate that immensely. Hopefully, maybe we could do a live interview soon. And you never know. I would love to maybe sit down with you and at a concert that you're at, probably maybe talk to you a little bit, interviewing between sets, and then, have you go up there and do some more. So that'd be a cool experience to do.
Yeah, I would love that. That'd be great.
Awesome. Well, thank you very much, Jessie, and we will talk to you very soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Thanks so much, Jessie, for coming on the show. I look forward to seeing much more of your music in the near future. In sports, UFC 240 went off without a hitch last night as Chris Cyborg beat Felicia Spencer. They went the distance, 3 rounds, all 3 rounds, and the decisions and the judge's decision went straight to Cyborg. Cyborg wins yet another fight, and she's going for it. She looks like she's still trying to go ahead and get back to championship contendership, and she's doing a good job doing it. Another one that another fight that went the distance was the main event, which was Frankie Edgar versus Max Holloway. I gotta say, I'm an Edgar fan, and it was a good fight. All 5 rounds, they went the distance. But Holloway ended up defeating Frankie Edgar in the judges' scorecard. So, the champion ends up being Max Holloway. So the question is this the end for Frankie Edgar? Who knows? Because, he's been going at it for a while now. And he's a great athlete, but there always comes a time where you have to, like, hang up the gloves, and who knows? This might be that time for Frankie Edgar. In other sports news, Major League Baseball's trade deadline is fastly approaching, and right now the Oakland A's are considering picking up right-hand pitcher Noah Syndergaard and his teammate Zach Wheeler. Both athletes have been getting the eye from Oakland A's. Meanwhile, the Mets, they may be targeting Marcus Stroman, and if that happens, Syndergaard may be going to the Padres. So who knows what's going to happen to that? I mean, every craziness always happens in any trade, in any sport. So we'll see what happens with Syndergaard, where he ends up, along with Zach Wheeler. You never know. Syndergaard may end up with the Padres. He may end up with Oakland A's. So only the future can tell from that. In video game news, GTA 5's DLC update, the casino update. I played it. Let me tell you, it was it's not a bad update. it's actually kind of it's a little bit addicting. I'm not gonna lie when I first started playing it, but of course, YouTuber Jay Stone gave us ways to go ahead and he gave us an exploit to go ahead and be able to get chips, because the thing is that although the update is addicting, I feel that the some of the card games are fixed. They're rigged. I don't know, because I've seen kind of a pattern that when you go all in, whether it's playing the roulette tables, 3-card poker, or blackjack, you win the first 3 times, anywhere between the first 2 or 3 times, but then you lose. You end up losing the 4th time, the 3rd or 4th time. So that's a pattern that I've noticed about this game. And what happens is that when you lose that, you can't go on a winning streak. There's no way you could go on a winning streak with any of those games. When you do that, you end up having to go get some more chips. And the thing is that, like, there's new clothing, there's new accessories for your character, and there's also paintings and art and stuff like that you could put in your penthouse. But the only way you can buy that is through chips. So that means that basically it's a lot more difficult to go ahead and play these games and get these chips in order to buy these accessories. So Rockstar's made it a little more difficult for players to go ahead and buy these things. Obviously, I don't think that they made it difficult. I just think that they made it more challenging simply because they want players to go ahead and actually play the game. Unfortunately, Jay Stone, he went ahead and gave his followers ideas on how to use an exploit in order to get these chips and continue to gain more and more chips. Now, it's very time consuming, but at the end of the day, you do end up getting a lot more. You don't lose your chips, and it's a pretty cool exploit. I mean, it does kind of ruin it a little bit, because using this exploit, you tend to not go back. I mean, you look at it as like, what's the point of continue on playing this casino update when, I've already got everything that I need. So yeah, it kind of ruins the game a little bit. So I'm not going to lie about that. In other video game news, PS5, PlayStation, Sony has officially announced the very first game that they are going to feature on their new platform, which is Dying Light 2. Dying Light 2 will be the first game that will be playable on PlayStation 5. This coming from a spokesperson from Techland, who told WCCF Tech that it not only will be the game will not only be playable on PlayStation 5, but it will also be on the other different generation platforms. It'll be on PlayStation 4, Xbox One, and Xbox Scarlet. So that game will be featured on all platforms when it comes out in 2020. That's it for the Xander Effect. Thank you so much for watching. We leave you now with Jessie Berg's Monster. We'll see you next week.
I should act like it. Call tequila quits. Find someone to miss. I don't believe in getting cornered in someone else's shit. Yeah, that's something I'm not with. Yeah, that's something I'm not with. Hey, oh yeah. Usually I don't need nobody else. I know how to make it feel like it's something real. Hey, oh yeah. Oh, I know how to do it to myself, yeah. Lately I just need some help. I woke up naked in somebody else's bed. I left by no apologies and no regrets. I lost the monsters living inside of my head, yeah. F words on the TV, just wanna be but I need some help. I woke up naked in somebody else's bed. I left by no apologies and no regrets. I left the monsters living inside of my head. Yeah, efforts on the TV. Just wanna be me. Just wanna be.
Here, and if you like this video or any of my other videos, make sure you hit that subscribe button so that way you guys could get a little bell every time I upload another video. And also make sure to follow me on Twitter and Instagram.